The following is a Joel Michalec production. On November 13th, Felix Unger was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife. She asked him to leave because he wouldn't listen to the Joel Michalec Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Joel Michalec Show, featuring the lovely Sharon. Thanks for tuning in this week. I am the lovely Joel, and this across from me is
you had me confused for
awesomeness,
a
Sharon.
No, I'm the lovely Sharon, and you're the awesomeness, Joel.
Maybe today you're the awesomeness.
Oh. Well, if you want to be lovely and all that.
Your awesomeness.
You know, because women are lovely.
Your awesomeness. Instead of your highness, your awesomeness.
Oh, okay. Well, I can go with that.
See?
I can.
If you let me finish explaining, then, you get the full story.
All right.
So welcome, everybody, to the podcast. Again, thanks for tuning in. Remember, you can always check out the website at www.jmtalk.net and subscribe to the podcast while you're there. We're on every major network, but there was one or two that I needed to look into.
Why?
Stitcher. I never heard of Stitcher, but it seems to be popular. I needed to check that out.
Wow.
Because I'm not sure if we're on it.
We're not on it?
I don't know yet. I will check.
Oh, my God. Why don't you know? You're supposed to know these things.
On social media, stop by and see us at TikTok and Facebook at JM Talk or Instagram and Twitter at JM Talk Radio.
I'm so excited we're on TikTok. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I'm addicted. I am. I have not been addicted to any form of social media as I am to TikTok.
Since the big 2011 Hershey bar addiction.
Right, well, yeah, but we're not talking food. We're talking social media.
Anyway, folks, that's how you can get a hold of us and hang out with us online. We talked about on a show once before about County Road.
Right.
And about how the disgusting people dump their trash there. Well,
yeah.
They're still dumping trash there. And I was thinking about this today, coming home down County Road, and I think that somewhat recently we talked about the bags, or at least maybe I did on one last thing, the bags and a box of trash, and I talked about how, think of the energy it took to walk out of your house, put all this trash in your car, walking past your own trash barrels that will get picked up by your locality, to go out there and just dump that. I mean, all the energy spent to be such a negative person.
And there's cameras there.
There are?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There's a sign.
I
Cameras.
I can't pay attention to stuff like that when I'm driving because I'm busy driving.
Well, yeah, but I drive better than you, so I don't have to concentrate so hard.
All right.
So that allows me time to look around at my environment.
So I noticed that the bags and the box of trash that I talked about before is to the point now where it's biodegrading. It's degrading itself into the earth, into the underbrush, and things like that. What can biodegrade is doing that. That's how long it's been there. And I know COVID has a lot to do with that. Services can't get everything done because COVID, I guess,
What?
Yeah, I guess road service is not an essential service. We talked about this when we were down the beach last weekend.
But trash pickup is an essential service.
Okay, but apparently picking up trash off the side of the road because ignoramuses left it there is not an essential service.
Well, no, that's not, but
But the reason I'm bringing this up again, right?
Oh, my God, okay. What?
Right, because people, I'm sure it's in the back of your mind. Why is he talking about this again? I wanted to let people in this area of Delaware know that there is a free-for-all going on. There is a couch that has become available yesterday.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
On the right-hand side of the road. And
I saw that.
If you're in the market for tires, on the left-hand side in the woods, there are about a dozen tires.
Yeah.
So... maybe
go shopping.
Right, maybe you need something,
Yeah.
It's great prices. Great prices at the County Road Mall.
Free or best for me, right?
The County Road Bazaar. It upsets me. It really pisses me off. And maybe today a little more because I'm watching video at work all day, CCTV, of people dumping trash. Instead of opening up a compactor door, they just throw the trash by the door and walk away. And I have to log all this so they can charge them. And so I've been looking at trash. I've been looking at trash all day. So I'm a bit trashed out. And then driving home, I thought of these things when I saw that the trash there on County Road was starting to biodegrade.
Yeah.
So
I guess, I mean, that would piss me off, too, if I had to look at trash all day.
Things aren't bad enough, that you have to be a pig as well.
Right? Exactly.
So, anyway. Since you mentioned TikTok...
Yes.
I wanted to tell you about. I have in my hand. I have a story about a TikToker.
Okay.
Sentenced to 2 years in jail for breaking family values.
What?
Yes. Now, before I'll just let you know right away. This is an Egyptian woman who I will find out. I believe if I read correctly, she's not even in Egypt. So TikTok star Mawanda Al-Adham, who racked up over 3 million followers on the app and a further 1.6 million on Instagram, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison for breaking Egyptian family values. Her content, in comparison to millions of others on social media, would not appear especially shocking to a United Kingdom viewer. Think lip-syncing whilst wearing ripped skinny jeans. But in her native Egypt, the prosecutor deemed it to be indecent, and she was also issued a fine of $20,000, equivalent to 15,300 pounds.
Wow.
Or euros.
Yeah.
Is that pounds or euros? In the parentheses, right there.
That is pounds.
According to a BBC report, Mwanda's sister Rama said, "We were left in utter shock. She did nothing wrong. My sister is not a criminal. She only wanted to be famous and popular." So Mawanda, like many influencers with a high number of followers, was also working with well-known fashion brands. We've seen that before, too, on YouTube, TikTok.
Yep.
You have all these followers, and all of a sudden you got contracts with, toy companies and clothing companies, and all of a sudden you're making $26 million a year.
Exactly.
So if you're on TikTok so much, how come you don't have 3 million fans and you don't have a contract making boo-hoo millions a year?
Because
millions a year.
I am on TikTok in the sense that I watch people. I am not on TikTok in the sense that you can see me doing stupid stuff.
I am, so why don't I have 3 million fans?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
So the BBC writes that she fainted while her verdict was delivered. The family says that she's totally devastated. The charges are very vaguely worded, according to her lawyer. And he says prison cannot be a solution, even if some of her videos go against the social norms and traditions in Egypt. Prison creates criminals, and I agree. You can't put someone in jail. Well, who are we to, but I don't. Isn't it a new world? Right? Isn't it a new world?
It is.
I'm not saying give up those family values, but I was really... what surprised me is that she's not the only one. There's been other people that have been jailed for their social media presence.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Peoples. Get with the times.
Yeah.
Countries, I'm talking to you. Get with the times.
But I thought you would find that interesting since you're, such a TikTok watcher.
Yeah. This isn't 10 million years ago when you had to watch what you were doing every second of the day.
Okay, so the executive director of the Egyptian Commission for Rights and Freedoms, Mohammed Lofty, says women are only allowed to express themselves on social media according to the state's dictations. The girls are accused of breaching Egyptian family values, but no one has ever defined these values. Well, that sounds... And see, in America, that would get thrown out of court right away.
That's clear as mud.
Yeah. The authorities have made it clear. You are not free to say or do whatever you like, even if you are not talking politics at all. There are lines which are not to be crossed. Egypt has a law in place allowing authorities to monitor personal social media accounts with over 5,000 followers. All 5 women being charged are appealing against their convictions, with a hearing slated for next month. So 4 other women imprisoned for their social media panderings.
So if you live in Egypt, do not go on social media.
I guess.
I'm telling you, don't do it.
That's a good rule of
or
thumb.
Or you will go to jail.
That's a really good rule of thumb.
I mean, it's the only way to avoid jail.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or do something really stupid so you get no followers. And that way you won't get in trouble.
I have 9 followers. You being one of them. So I have 8 followers.
Aw. We need to get him more followers, people.
Right?
Come on.
I did put up a new video this week.
I know. I saw it.
I have other original content that I would like to exercise and find time to do. And, right now, I mean, a lot of my content is dad jokes.
Yeah.
And a really crappy impression of Fire Marshal Bill. But it's not like, I mean, there are TikTok people out there who are doing multiple videos a day.
I know.
It's becoming, in some
or
respects,
some that should be doing multiple videos a day.
It's becoming like a vlog, a video blog for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they're on there multiple times a day just talking about whatever.
Exactly. Yep. I love me some TikTok.
But okay, so what is it that... All right, so when you join TikTok, right, and I must have done this, although I didn't think so, because either TikTok's really good at reading your mind, or I must have filled out something that said, here's my interest, because I get a lot of home improvement. I love watching that stuff. It's like porn to me.
It asks you, when you sign up for it, it asks you what your interests are.
It must have. I must have done that.
Okay, but I'm telling you, it does.
Okay, I'm sorry. TikTok
I'm just telling you, because I did it.
So what is your go-to videos? What is it that you look forward to watching when you turn on your TikTok?
Homosexual men imitating stuff.
I'm sorry, excuse me? Would you like to drink a water and say that again?
Oh, no, I don't need a drink of water.
What did you say?
Homosexual men that do funny stuff. That imitate certain people. What?
My jaw's on the floor here.
What? What did you expect me to say?
I don't know.
I like
cute
comedy.
dogs. Explain.
All right, cute dogs.
No.
Cute dogs is my number one.
Go back to the first one. Explain yourself.
Okay, so
explain that.
There's this one guy on there. And look, your sexual orientation is not what it's about. That's not what I'm saying. Actually, it was what I'm saying, but I take that back. But there's this one TikToker on there that imitates certain people and is just hilarious. He's hilarious.
Dresses as a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. You showed me that person.
Yes, okay. I did. So, yeah.
I don't remember being enamored by it, but...
Well, no, I think he's funny as hell.
Okay.
I do, and I like him, and I like Moon Pie.
Yes, you.
Moon Pie. She's my.
I don't think I
girl.
followed Moon Pie, but I followed Eddie on Wheels, which is the dog with the back legs that don't work and no teeth, the Yorkie.
Oh.
Yeah, I showed you one or two. Like every time,
but
he just went to sleep. I want to cry for him, and a lot of people have complained. Yeah, a lot of people have complained because they're like, why would you force a dog to live, not being able to? And you know what I mean? So
wait,
there are people that think it's cruel that he's being kept alive, not being able to use his back legs, not having any teeth. Yeah, you're gonna have those people.
I can't believe you just said that. I can't take it. I can't take it.
So anyway, he's real funny, but whatever.
But anyway, right, but
And moon pie is the dash in.
Yeah, dash. Yeah, so it's moon pie and, oh, goodness, her sister. Who's moon pie's sister? Oh, wait, let me see.
Remember, if you get too close to the equipment here,
okay, but I won't.
Then we start phasing out. Now, while you're looking that up, I get a lot of Call of Duty videos.
Yeah, and you're into that kind of thing.
And some of them, give tips and tricks, but some of them are just funny. It's like, people doing clips of like some of the best things to say. And a lot of clips of like what they call things that'll make you break your controller, things that'll make you uninstall the game, things that would make you, leave Xbox,
exactly,
kind of thing, because you get killed in the like weirdest way, like getting run down by an ATV and killed by an ATV running you over in a war game. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So, you got this yet?
Yeah, I got it. I'm just trying to figure out her name.
All right. Well, the worst thing about radio is silence.
Oh, my goodness.
Radio silence.
But you were talking, so I didn't. That's why I didn't.
Well, now I'm done talking. Snap, snap, pop,
okay,
pop.
Wow.
You got
it? Ew. Oh, my Lord. It's, oh, my gosh. Who is me?
Is that her name? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wait.
All right, I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did, and
forget
now
about
I
it.
feel
forget about it.
No, I can't now. Here.
Okay.
It's moon pie
moon pie and moon pie and.
Oh, moon pie and. Oh.
Drop it. Let's drop it.
No, because now I'm like, what the hey? All right.
3, 2,
1.
1. Say it.
Okay. I'm done. Nope. I'm over it.
All right. Well, there was a big announcement on Facebook this week.
Okay.
All right. Molly is running for president in 2020.
Oh my gosh, I heard that.
Yes, Molly 2020.
Molly 2020. Let's see if we can't get her elected.
She will be a write-in candidate.
Yes.
And in a CNN interview.
Okay.
She had it was like CNN 8,
Yeah.
The Ocho.
But the Ocho.
In a CNN interview, when asked how would she, as president, handle the coronavirus, she did say, like everything else, I'll either piss on it, eat it, and shit it out, and that'll be that.
And that'll be that.
I mean,
right?
handling business. That's what you need, right?
Right?
You need someone at the helm.
Someone that's going to do it.
Who's going to handle their business. Who's going to do their business. That'll be I was trying to come up with a campaign slogan for it. I think I just did. Molly 2020, doing my business.
Right.
There you go, folks.
That's funny.
This is not heard before content that you just heard. That last line, you're the first ones to hear it.
Exactly.
All right, so coming up later on the show, we got all kinds of stuff coming up on the show. And in the next segment, when we come back from break, we're going to change things up a little bit here on the program.
Oh, my.
So stay tuned for that.
Be scared.
You should be scared. You should be really scared.
I think I am.
Okay. So we got all kinds of things. We got one last thing. Wombat of the week. Honor thy heroes. More antics, or whatever you call this stuff that we do. More of that.
Yeah, antics. Let's go with that.
Yeah, more of that coming up. So we're going to get a drink, and we'll be back on the other side of this with more.
This is New York's Super Oldie Station, 920 WON, The Apple, Brooklyn, New York.
So I use my computer every day. I'm not even sure how I get along without it. But I wasn't prepared for a virus. A Trojan, they called it. One night I'm cruising along, and the next night I can't do anything. I was afraid it was going to cost me a fortune. Boy, was I surprised. They had me back up and running the same day I called them. I really like PC Tech Rescue, and you know what? My wallet likes them too.
Are you troubled by computer problems? PC Tech Rescue should be your very next call. Whether the problem is viruses, hardware, software, or any other issue, they can diagnose your problem and have you back up and running fast. With more than 25 years of industry experience, you can be sure you are getting dependable and affordable service. Call today, 484-429-6061, or email us at pctechrescue@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Joel Michalec Show, featuring the lovely Sharon. Now, we just took a break. I just had a drink, and my throat needed to be cleared. I'm sorry about that. I'll take another drink.
I'll clear my throat while you take a drink.
All right, our throats are clear.
All right.
So the next thing that we need in our lives
Okay.
is a flat grill.
A flat grill.
Yeah, the next time we need a grill, which, by the way, that grill goes out.
Yeah.
The next time we get a grill, it's got to be a flat grill.
Okay.
I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
I mean,
gotcha.
a flat grill, you can go out there. You can make your burgers. You can make your chicken. You can make breakfast because it's a griddle face.
Right.
All right.
I got you. Hey, I'm sold.
All righty. So, listen, did you hear this? And probably not. And this goes back a little bit. It's a bit of an older story, but, that's the thing around here. We keep things around for when we need to pull them out and talk about them.
Yep.
But a Muslim godman named Aslam, who claimed of curing coronavirus patients by kissing their hands, died of COVID-19.
Aww.
Yes. As soon as the news of his death spread, the authorities in Ratlam sprung into action. The district authorities started scrambling to identify the people who had visited Aslam for treatment. After identifying and sending their samples for testing, the authorities have found that at least 19 of his patients had tested positive for coronavirus.
Oh, my God.
These weird stories about people that defy, whether it be the social distancing regs or something like this, like, oh, I'll cure you, let me kiss your hand, let me touch your body, let me touch your boobs, whatever it is. And then the next thing you know, they're dying of the disease.
Right.
And it's like that one treasurer of that one church with that I forget the pastor's name. He was very vocal on YouTube about, I'm not following the orders. I'm having my churches. I'm thousands of people there. I don't care. And the treasurer, went to two of the masses, went and had, fast food lunch and this and that, but does not understand how he wound up in a hospital with COVID-19.
Oh, my God.
That kind of stupidity.
He's a Ron. That's his first name is Mo. His last name is Ron. A moron. A moron.
I know what you meant.
No, you didn't, because you were like...
no, I know what you meant.
I get it.
I know what you meant.
After you figured it out.
I know what you meant.
After you figured it out.
I'm just saying. So apparently a picture surfaced on Reddit this week that somebody took last year. It was nighttime. It was at the Delaware beach. This is where it's interesting. And it was a shark, a big shark, on the beach, rotting away. So I don't know what time of year it was that. First of all, a shark that big is just hanging out
on the beach,
rotting away.
Doesn't he know he shouldn't be on the beach?
Right? Yeah.
But there's really no water there.
He'll get moonburn.
Right?
And moon pie.
Right. Well, if she's there, but hopefully she's not.
So it was a really
moon pie
interesting
did
picture.
get bitten by a shark in the oceans.
Really?
She really did.
Yeah.
You want me to show you?
No, because it's probably a stupid baby shark song.
No, it really isn't.
Do you have to show me now, while we're on the air?
Okay, but okay, I'll wait.
But yeah, so
I told you.
What happened? What bit you?
That shark in the ocean.
The shark bit you in the ocean?
I got this.
The shark did that?
you do.
What did you do?
I don't know.
You do know. You do know. I
Hit the shark?
oh my goodness.
I'm not going to stop till it's done.
I go. I see that shark. I go.
You screamed at the shark and did that?
Yeah, I go get this.
Was you in the water with him?
Yeah? Sorry, bye.
You do know that dog's not really talking, right?
What? What?
Do I have to have that conversation about like the pro wrestling conversation with you again? Only about moon pie.
What?
Listen, all right. So
She is talking.
all
Look,
right.
her lips are moving.
We're going back to TikTok.
Okay.
You
Sorry,
know-
guys.
You know what? The funniest things I've seen. I've seen now 2 or 3 videos of people doing the finger shooting their dog.
Yeah.
Supposed to play dead, and the dogs are attacking them. Or the one I saw this morning, the dog was in the middle of the floor, and the guy's laying on the couch, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out his fingers, cocks it back, and goes, and the dog just ran across and leapt up at him, attacking him. Like, wow. Ours? If a bang went off around here, no, she's not attacking nobody. She's attacking the floor under the bed.
Right? Okay, I'm sorry. Go back to the story with the shark on the beach.
No, it was just a picture, not really.
Oh, okay.
Not a whole lot of a story associated. Not a whole lot of story associated with it. But you know, and you see a lot on different subreddits. A lot of just really interesting pictures that will blow your mind.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was half rotted away, and it's like, what time of year was it hanging out on the beach? And it was lit by moonlight. It was a really for the quality of the picture, it was a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it
and
couldn't
you
have been too beautiful if it was a dead shark on the beach.
you would appreciate it because you're into that photography
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I like taking pictures. I have a decent camera. I got you a really good camera because you like taking pictures.
Yes.
It's an art to you.
Yes.
And so I will have to find it and send it to you. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I'd
so
like
you-
to
so
see
you
it.
can see it.
I'd like to see it.
So, okay, let's change gears a little bit.
Okay. A little bit.
A little bit. We're going to do the Wombat of the Week in this segment.
Oh, then I'm out of here?
Wow.
Am I out of here?
No?
I didn't say goodbye, Sharon.
You want to punch in the nose?
What?
So, if you're a first-time listener, what is the Wombat of the Week? The Wombat of the Week is our crowning of stupid people doing stupid things and wind up in the news.
Wow.
And
Okay.
you can participate in this by sending us such stories. If you have a link to a news story let me say it this way, because people are starting to really take their news from Facebook seriously.
Oh.
People are starting to take their Facebook news. We're on the air.
We're on the air. See?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Call me later.
Okay. Bye.
Live radio. Well, it's not live. It's Memorex. But a lot of people are taking their news from Facebook seriously. So it has to be a legitimate site, legitimate news source.
Yeah.
Stupid people doing stupid things. Send us that link. Send it to
Yep.
Joel Michalec Radio
Oh, yeah,
at
because I want to see
gmail.com.
it.
Or send it to us across social media, Facebook at JM
Yep.
Talks. Just send us a message.
Yeah.
And that's how you participate in this segment. And we're changing it up because once in a while I'd like you to be here for the Wombat of the Week.
Wow. Okay. That's all you got to say.
So this was picked because I cannot even believe, with other things that I think you and I and 99.9999999% of America would feel is more important than this subject matter. I can't believe that this is even a thing.
Okay.
But the U.S. government has proposed changing the definition of a shower head to allow increased water flow following complaints from President Donald Trump about his hair routine.
Oh, my God.
This is not a joke. This is on BBC. This is not a joke. Under a 1992 law, this is where it's even scarier. Like, there is a law about shower heads.
Wow.
Under a 1992 law, shower heads in the United States are not allowed to produce more than 2.5 gallons of water per minute. The Trump administration wants this limit to apply to each nozzle rather than the overall fixture.
Oh my God.
There's no other pressing issues going on, Sharon, right now.
Well,
okay, so pay attention.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
it. This is the most pressing issue.
Well, because it messes up his hair.
Consumer and conservation groups argue that it is wasteful and unnecessary. The changes were proposed by the Department of Energy on Wednesday following complaints by Mr. Trump at the White House last month, where he said, so shower heads, you take a shower, the water doesn't come out, you want to wash your hands, the water doesn't come out, so what do? You just stand there longer, or you take a shower longer. Because my hair, I don't know about you, but it has to be perfect. Perfect. Andrew Delaski, Executive Director of the Energy Conservation Group Appliance Standards Awareness Project, said that the proposal was silly. I agree. It's silly.
Absolutely.
It's silly.
It's silly.
With 4 or 5 more nozzles, you could have 10 to 15 gallons per minute powering out of the shower head, literally probably washing you out of the bathroom, he told the Associated Press.
Wow.
If the president needs help finding a good shower, we can point him to some great consumer websites that help you identify a good shower head that provides a dense soak and a good shower, he added. David Friedman, vice president of the advocacy at the organization Consumer Reports, said shower heads in the U.S. already achieve high levels of customer satisfaction while saving people money. The proposal could face court battles if it advances. Court battles.
Come on.
Court battles.
Really? Like,
now here's the problem.
There's nothing else going on in the United States?
Exactly.
Mr. President?
If the White House is going to buy new shower heads, though, they got to pay what? They have to pay like $1,000 a shower head, right?
Yeah.
There's like a minimum cost that they have to pay.
I mean, the same shower head that we would buy for $32.
Yeah, is $1,000 for the White House.
Right, yeah.
$600 hammers. All right.
Oh my gosh.
$73 per nail. Yeah, these are the prices, you know?
Wow.
So, yeah, this is, nothing
better going on, huh?
I was just flabbergasted, and this will be the picture for Wombat of the Week on the Facebook page. that will be the picture.
Wow.
Look, you know, I think he's done some good things, and I think he's done idiotic things. This is one of the idiotic things that he's having his administration push for different regulations on shower heads.
Everybody in the United States said, you know, maybe we should put a non-politician in the White House. Someone who's business savvy, who understands how a company, i.e. the United States, should be run.
Right.
I guess we didn't realize exactly how Donald Trump was.
Well, yes and no. I mean, there are going to be people that say exactly what you did, and there's going to be people that say, well, this is what you voted for. This is what you got. You got someone does not follow the protocols.
Right.
You know, he tweets on. I mean, presidents didn't tweet until Barack Obama, and even when Barack Obama and his tweets made sense, I still disagreed that he tweeted. Someone should tweet on behalf of the White House or the president. Shouldn't write your own tweets, like you shouldn't write your own speeches.
Right.
As I understand it, he can't keep speechwriters around. And that's why he sounds like a bumbling idiot when he talks. Because he's not following any kind of speeches or teleprompters. He can't keep speechwriters.
Right.
So, okay, this is what you get because this is what you voted for, yes. But he could do some things that make him look a little more presidential, especially if we wind up getting him for 4 more years.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, somebody's just got to get him to understand. Someone's got to write your speeches, dude. Give me the phone. Get off of Twitter. Let someone else tweet for you.
Right.
You know, because he uses it to attack his people. And now it's shower heads. Freaking shower heads.
Wow.
So is he the Wombat of the Week, Sharon, or is the administration?
Yes.
The administration?
I believe so.
Okay, the administration, the Trump administration this week is the Wombat of the Week.
Yep.
This is the second podcast in a row where a government organization is
Was
the Wombat.
Wow.
NASA was last week's Wombat.
Really?
Yeah. So you should have hung around with that. Because they're changing, they're going to change all the names of all the planetary stuff to official names only and not common names. Because it somewhere along the line, it has or has not offended somebody. So they...
Well, that's offensive to me, so...
Yeah, I'm offended now.
I'm offended.
So now we have to change the common name we gave to your star I bought you.
No.
We had to change it back to the scientific name of OG8351 instead of Planet of Fisty Bumps. I don't know. whatever we called it, we're not allowed to call it that anymore.
Right. Wow.
Who sells stuff? Who has the right? There was a whole article on that. Why they can get away with doing that. I had to find that because it was actually an interesting article. I read it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I'd
be interested.
There's a loophole they're using to sell stars. I mean, obviously, no one really owns the celestial heavens.
Right, exactly. I don't think that I could go to the star that you purchased for me.
Right.
For said dollar
amount. Well, not until I get the warp engine built next month.
Well,
when I tell you I'm going to do something, okay, please, I don't need an every 6-month reminder. Stop the Alexa reminders every 6 months. If I say I will do it, I will do it.
No, you won't. Hence the every 6-month reminder.
No, but the article, I think, was actually about a company that was selling plots on the moon. And I think that story... evolved and rolled into the star registry where I got your star from.
Okay.
Many years ago when we were just dating.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know exactly where that star is.
Do you? Point it out right now. No hesitation.
I know where the paper is.
Do you? Because I was wondering that a couple days ago. Thinking about that story about NASA last week. I was like, I wonder if she knows where that paper is.
Yep. I know exactly where it's at.
Wow.
It's in the photo box in my room on the bottom left-hand side, bottom one.
You're very particular with your knowledge on that.
I am.
Okay.
Hey, when I know where something is, I know where something is. Let me tell you, I'll tell you exactly where it's at.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah. And it's actually the third paper down in that box.
A photo box.
A photo box.
Well, when we get things settled, we need to start scanning them.
Yes.
And I have the photo albums from my parents that we need to scan all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Just to get it preserved for the children and the grandchildren.
Yep.
So, anyway.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Is it about that time?
I guess it is pretty much that time where we say goodbye, Sharon.
Say goodbye, Sharon.
Say goodnight, Sharon.
Good night, Sharon.
Say good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Sharon.
Say buenos dias.
Buenos dias, Sharon.
Say buenos noches.
Buenos noches.
Say buenos vistas.
Buenos vistas.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't either.
Good vista?
Good.
Vista was not good, by the way.
No?
No.
Oh.
I had a client call me yesterday and say, I still have Vista. Is that a problem?
Really?
Really.
For real?
For real. Realsies.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, coming up in the final stretch, we'll be honoring a new hero. One last thing, plus another one or two nuggets in the wins.
Yeah, because you already did the Wombat of the Week.
Right. I'm flying solo now because you're leaving.
Yep, I'm leaving.
Amazing.
I'm leaving you.
Amazing. All right, folks. I'll be back on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back. All right?
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Broadcasting from a crummy little studio in Baltimore, Maryland. This is Reality One Radio.
You see why we need your donations?
Welcome back, folks, to the Joel Michalec Show featuring the lovely Sharon. Thanks for sticking with us. It is the third stretch of the program, and I know you're not hearing things in your AirPods. We did change things up a little bit and did the Wombat of the Week earlier in the program, so we will still do Honor Thy Heroes in this segment and a couple of other things, and we'll tell you where you can send in your stories of heroes, everyday people doing extraordinary things when we get to that point and time. And so, the first thing I wanted to talk about, and I kind of wish Sharon was still here for this, but that's okay. When it comes to AI, artificial intelligence, sometimes I figure, no, I think we should be more cautious. And sometimes, like what I'm about to tell you, I feel like, hey, this is groundbreaking stuff. And so I want to talk to you about lifelike robotic pets that bring joy and serenity to seniors, combating stress and loneliness. Yes, lifelike robotic companion animals. According to research, pet therapy has numerous benefits that run the gamut, from helping alleviate anxiety and loneliness to lowering blood pressure and cortisol levels to fostering enhanced social interaction, which has always been true of pets. Like they recommend that senior citizens have a cat or, a small pet that they can care for and nurture, and it helps them with, cognitive things and loneliness and mental issues. The simple act of petting animals releases an automatic relaxation response, according to a report from UCLA Health. I forgot to insert the period. The report says humans interacting with animals have found that petting the animal promoted the release of serotonin, prolactin, and oxytocin. All hormones that can play a part in elevating moods. Unfortunately, the practicalities of pet ownership, like feeding, grooming, vet visits, the money, cleaning up after the occasional oops, taking them for walks, oftentimes will limit seniors, especially those in assisted living. They're not able to have that fluffy friend as their own. So what happened is, thanks to a novel breed of robotic puppies and kittens, many seniors are getting a new leash on life. The leader of the pack when it comes to robotic companion animals is Joy for All Companion Pets. This line of adoptable animatronic fur babies from manufacturer Ageless Innovation was specifically created by a group of former Hasbro toy designers with seniors specifically in mind. According to CEO Ted Fisher, he tells CNN, "We have technology that allows you to respond to touch and sound and light in different ways. That's part of the magic of a companion pet." In addition to providing companionship, robot pets have shown amazing promise for improving the quality of life for Alzheimer's and dementia patients. In a CBS Health Watch interview filmed at the memory care unit at the Hebrew Home in Riverdale, New York, spokesperson Mary Farkas explained their cadre of resident robotic pets are often used to soothe agitated dementia sufferers rather than resorting to drugs. She says these animals are a wonderful way, an approach to offer comfort and a sense of calm. So now you have these tests going on where decreased meds and a common influence are definite checks in the plus column. Okay, and that's not where the benefits stop. Often offering a dose of much-needed role reversal, robotic pets also boost seniors' self-esteem. They provide an opportunity for the resident to be in the role of the nurturer and the caregiver. So, are these the perfect solution for seniors? Or, not necessarily seniors, but what if somebody wants a cat or a dog and doesn't want the hassle of all the things that go with it, including the cleaning up, the walk-in, the feeding, the vet bills, and things like that. But I'll be posting the video this weekend from the CBS Health Watch video that was done because it demonstrates what these animals do. It's amazing because they respond to being pet. They respond to, like, I think that if I'm not mistaken, the kitten will roll over on its back so you can rub its belly. And when you pet the puppy behind on the back of the neck, he barks. They blink. They purr. They growl. They bark. It's really interesting what they do. And we'll post that video for you to see it. And also the link, at least to this company that we're talking about in the story, so that you can look into, maybe you know someone who could use it, or want it. So there you have that. AI in animatronic pets. I mean, and maybe it's not AI. I mean, artificial intelligence, it's a form of artificial intelligence, but it may not be specifically the definition of AI. Okay. We're going to move on to our segment, Honor Thy Heroes. How do you get involved? We search high and low looking for ordinary people doing extraordinary things to help someone else. And if you, from your local, yokel newspapers, your weekly newspapers, or your town or state newspaper, have those kinds of links to those kinds of stories, we'd like to have them. Send them to us at joelmichalecradio@gmail.com. We're on the Facebook page through a message at JM Talk. Man, my voice is taking a beating. I'm sorry, excuse me. I hate clearing my throat on air. But that's how you do it. Send us those stories because we want to honor these people. Like, with everything negative going on today, we need more heroes. And it's not that we probably don't have them. It's that we don't know about them. And we need to know about them. So this week on Honor Thy Heroes, we want to honor a police officer that pulls a man from a wheelchair stuck on the tracks within seconds of a speeding train. In California last week, a local police officer became a hero when she pulled a man stuck in his wheelchair from the tracks within seconds of a train barreling past. Her body camera picks up the tense moments leading up to the rescue on the morning of August 8th. It happened about 8:45 in the morning. Officer Erica Yuri jumped out of her patrol car when she saw what was about to happen. The railroad crossing arms were coming down. A train was approaching. She ran over, and after the wheelchair wouldn't budge, pulled the anonymous man from his chair. They both fell back onto the ground and were safe just moments before they would have been hit by the train. The man, who's 66 years old, suffered a leg injury, but it was immediately tended to by Yuri and her colleague, Officer Delgado, who arrived on the scene to provide assistance. The team at the Lodi Police Department wrote of the daring event on their Facebook, saying, Officer Yuri risked her own life to save another, and her actions prevented a tragedy today. We are extremely proud of her heroism. And that is a hero because, listen, growing up, I knew of a guy, he came around, hung around, neighborhood kids here and there, who was hit by a train and survived. And he had a lot of problems. So, he was clipped. If my memory serves me correct, he was doing something that he probably shouldn't have been doing, like doing something silly, hanging around the edge of the tracks. And I think he was clipped by a train, but he was forever mentally changed, and in some ways physically. And so the fact that this man has an injured leg, but he had gotten away with his life, for whatever reason, that wheelchair got. Wheelchairs, they have the small front wheels that do the turning, right? I imagine that this wheelchair, he was probably trying to get across the tracks before the bars came down, and those two front wheels, or one of them at least, probably spun 180 degrees and then would fall down in that crevice between macadam or concrete or whatever the case might be and the track itself. And then it's hard, if you're already disabled or handicapped, it's hard to get yourself out of that kind of situation. But thank you to this officer She was there at the right place at the right time and was able to save his life. So Officer Erica Urea is our Honor Thy Heroes recipient for this week on the Joel Michalec Show, featuring the lovely Sharon. We thank her, as I'm sure everyone else in her community does, for her service to the community and, of course, the unidentified man that she saved. So please, folks, get your stories of heroism to us because we need them. Far more difficult to find heroes than it is to find wombats for some reason, and I don't know why, and I can't reach what I'm trying to reach for. The pleasure of doing radio. So we have time now, luckily, for one last thing, and we talked about sharks earlier, and about, some dachshund on TikTok getting eaten by a shark, which really didn't happen, but okay. So, going back to the sharks here, I'm trying to buy time because I have to pull this up, but interesting enough this week on NJ.com, NewJersey.com, is a story about bull sharks being spotted in a New Jersey river. Now, you might think to yourself, wait a minute, sharks in a river? Well, that's unheard of. Well, actually, no, it's not, because the bull shark is one of the few breeds of shark that can survive in fresh and salt water. That's first of all. Second of all, you might remember, or maybe you never heard of this. In 1916, there were 5 shark attacks on the Jersey Shore, some of which happened in rivers. But anyway, the Rumson Police Department has brought reports of bull sharks being spotted in the river and brought it to the attention of the New Jersey Division of Fish and Wildlife. They are advised that yet no confirmed sightings, but always the possibility that sharks are in the waterways. What I don't understand about this story, and this is a legitimate source for the story, is how can you have, how's the headline go? Bull sharks spotted in the New Jersey River, and when they reported to the New Jersey Division of Wildlife, they say that there's no sightings confirmed. So I don't know how that works. I don't know. Maybe someone saw fins. Maybe it's possible. But bull sharks can get up to 12 feet long. These can be big sharks. And they're one of the, though rare, one of the species of sharks most likely to attack humans. So that's why. And as I said, in 1916, the deadly shark attacks that terrorized the Jersey Shore, taking 4 lives. And that's the story, actually. You may not know this. Here's a bit of trivia for you. That story from 1916 partially inspired the story Jaws, written by Peter Benchley. Now, the last shark attack that happened in the Garden State was a non-fatal incident in Bay Head, and that was about 7 years ago. It was the only one of 2 this century. Okay, the century is only 20 years old. So, but yeah, so if you're in and around the Rumson area of New Jersey, you may want to be careful about sharks in the rivers. It's interesting because we camp at the Delaware seashore, and there are, especially lately since COVID-19, so many dolphin have returned to the area. Orca whales have returned to the area, and the orcas are following the dolphins. So both of them have increased for their own reasons. There have been less people, so dolphins are coming back in droves. And because the dolphins are coming in droves, the orcas are coming back to follow them. And there's a lot of mistaken, shark sightings. Like, a lot of people will see the fins initially, and the next thing you know, there's temporary clearing of beaches and whatnot because they just want you to be safe. Better safe than sorry, is the word of the day. So I'm not sure if a dolphin can get into fresh water and survive. So I guess, there's one or two. Let me see if this mentions it. The varieties of sharks that can be in fresh water are not many. There are only 3 species of sharks. Oh, wait, 3 species attack humans. No, it actually doesn't say. 3 species that would attack humans, but it doesn't say. I thought there was a limited amount of species of sharks that could live in fresh water. But if that doesn't mention it, then maybe sharks maybe they can all be in fresh water. So does that mean a great white could hang out in fresh water? Does that mean there could be a great white or a bull shark in my bathtub? I don't know. Or in my swimming pool? All I need now is a Baby Shark song to come up, but we're not going to do that. But yeah, so that's a bit of news coming out of New Jersey about that. Isn't it wonderful, summertime doing this? There have been a lot of, I don't know how many people out there follow, but I follow a Facebook page that track sharks, basically great whites that have been caught, tagged, and released, and that way, wherever they go in the world, their patterns and behavior are monitored, right, with this monitor. It's like an ankle bracelet. But there have been so many sightings of sharks, these great whites, showing up in and around close to populated beach areas up and down the East Coast. And what's odd about that is usually you think great whites are more of a warm water fish. And that's why people say it's rare, or they used to say it's rare that you see them up here. But guess what? It's not that rare anymore. Like every season, when this Facebook page gets really hot because it's summer, it's spring, it's summer, and so, the activity on the monitor and the activity on the page gets more and more. It's like in the wintertime, Mount Washington. In the wintertime, their Facebook page gets busier and busier with more reports because it's wintertime, and they want to tell you how freaking freezing cold it is. But this is the time of year you see more and more reports of that, and you're like, well, wait a minute. I thought they were warm water fish. But they seem to, over the last several years, 2 decades, they're spending a lot more time in northern waters than I recall. It used to be said that they did not. They prefer the warmer waters. They were down in the other side of the equator. Doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Always seeing shark spottings from these monitors all the time up here, from the Carolinas to New York. But anyway, that about wraps up this week's podcast. I want to thank everybody for stopping by and listening to us. Hopefully you had some fun. If you liked it, please tell other people about us and tell them that they can go to www.jmtalk.net and subscribe to the podcast and listen to it right there and see some other things going on. They can join us on social media, TikTok and Facebook at JM Talk, Instagram and Twitter at JM Talk Radio. That is about it for me, and thankfully so, because I'm almost out of voice for this one. And we want to remind everybody to do us a favor, clean up after yourselves, be good to one another. It's important. And we'll catch you here next time on the Joel Michalec Show featuring the lovely Sharon. Have a great week, everybody. Goodbye.